richest stock car races of all time, the Daytona 500. And here he is, Tiny Lund, and he'll be starting on the last lap. So Tiny Lund is out there all alone, and unofficially I've got him 24 seconds ahead of Freddie Lorenzen, and he's got a good 30 seconds on Ned Jarrett. Don't want to overlook the fact that Nelson Stacy is fourth and Dan Gurney is fifth. They're 2 laps behind. And then Dick Petty in the 63 Plymouth is in 6th place. Bobby Johns, doing a great job, is in 7th in the 63 Pontiac. And then Joe Weatherly is in 8th. But here's the guy that everybody has been chasing, Tiny Lund. He's driven a tremendous race. And you can bet that if he can just finish now, his pit crew will get a tremendous amount of credit for the job of engineering they did here today. The checkered flag is out. And here he comes. Under the checkered flag, Tiny Lund has taken it. And this really is a big victory for him.
1 lap to go and restrained joy in the Wood Brothers pit. The white flag tells Leroy it'll have to be this lap. Cale has the steam, though. The margin's 1 second. Cale averaging just under 184 for the last lap in a fantastic display of determined driving.
He puts it wherever he wants with little or no correction needed and takes the white flag 1 more lap. Every crowd loves a winner, and they're all on their feet as Cale powers down onto the 4th turn for the checkered flag, the winner of the Atlanta 500. Leroy Yarbrough takes the 2nd spot with Donnie Allen.
The white flag is out, and Cale Yarbrough's just about 1 mile away from victory. Pearson hangs on, looking for any chance to pass. All Cale's got to do is to keep her running for the rest of this lap. The checkered flag for Cale Yarbrough. Pearson's challenge fell 1 car length short. The Wood Brothers are mighty happy to see the end of one of the most fantastic races ever run.
The white flag is out for Cale Yarbrough as he comes down in front of the grandstand. 1 lap to go. And now let's see how far behind David Pearson is. As he comes by, it's 8.2 seconds behind Cale Yarbrough. And barring a complete collapse, it looks like Cale Yarbrough has won his 3rd straight Atlanta 500. Cale, who celebrated his 30th birthday this last Wednesday and whose wife Betty Jo is expecting their 2nd child at any moment, really had a hurrying, hustling afternoon to get this race over with. And here he comes. Around the final turn and down the home stretch, the checkered flag is out for Cale Yarbrough. Everybody standing, and he receives the checker.
As they fire those road missiles down the front chute, Cale moves up on the low side of Leroy. They kick fenders through the 1st turn, and Leroy almost loses it as Cale pours it on to take the lead. With all the competition behind him, Cale Yarbrough scorches his number 21 through the 4th turn for the last time and under the checkered flag, the winner of the Motor State 500. David Pearson finishes 2nd.
Side by side. They both take the white flag. It could be either Pete or Cale to win. The Falstaff points are still up for grabs. Pete Hamilton gets the lead on the back chute, but as they come into turn 3, Yarbrough drives deep and gets the edge. Cale Yarbrough gets the checkered flag.
Bob or Al Unser, A.J. Foyt, Mark Donahue, or Peter Refson, sharing their gut feelings of what it's like to live on the ragged edge of danger, what their lives are like on and off the track.
The white flag is up for A.J. Foyt, and he has been out in front, running easy by himself for 119 consecutive laps. So he has really dominated this race since Richard Petty blew his engine and went to the garage.
The clocks say that he's going to win at better than 160 miles an hour, Keith. He'll be the first over 160 mile an hour winner at 161.5 miles an hour going in. The old record set by Leroy Yarborough, 157.95 in 1969.
So this massive crowd, and they've estimated it at 98,000 plus, coming up with the cheers for the tough Texan from Houston, A.J. Foyt. He told us before the race he wanted to run it hard, lead all the way if he could, and he hasn't led all the way, but most of the way, and he wins the Daytona 500, and that's an appropriate sign.
Here's A.J. Foyt on his last lap as he pounds through the fourth turn and screams down the front chute for the checkered flag. The winner of the Miller. Oh, look out! Crawford lost it in the fourth turn, hit the wall, and when he ricocheted across the track, he tangled with the leader, Bobby Isaac. David Pearson threads his way through the mayhem to take the lead. Isaac powered his way right through Crawford, but it slowed him up enough to lose the lead. Crawford is all right and gets out of the car. And here comes David Pearson down off the high-banked fourth turn onto the tri-oval for the checkered flag. There's the white flag. One more lap, and Davey gets the brass ring. Here he is down the front chute for the checkered flag, and David Pearson wins the Motor State 400. Bobby Allison claims the second place money. Richard Petty, the pre-race favorite, finishes third. But they're both all right. That broken seat in Cale Yarborough's number 11 Chevy could make the difference. Having to hold on with one hand and drive with the other makes it pretty difficult, especially through the turns. He's still second and trying his best to close on Pearson. With the white flag out, David has one more tour of the oval, and this one is all his. Checkered flag snaps down over the Mercury, number 21, and David Pearson wins the 8th annual Carolina 5. The white flag snaps down on the Purolator Mercury, number 21. David Pearson need only circle this oval one more time. Down the long back chute into turn 3. Out of the fourth turn, onto the front chute. And there it is, the checkered flag. David Pearson is the winner of the 17th annual Rebel 500. Benny Parsons hung on long enough. There goes another one. With 3 laps to go, Vic Parsons, driving the Mercury, number 45, blew the engine, entering turn 1, spun in the oil, lost it, went high to the wall, and back down onto the infield grass. The caution flag is out, and it looks like it'll last for the duration. Pearson heads under the white and yellow with one more lap, and he owns another big one. There's the white flag, one more lap, and David Pearson will win his 3rd consecutive Winston 500. Benny Parsons is hanging in for a very close second, and Richard Petty has just taken over 3rd. Here's the checkered flag out for David Pearson, and Mr. Cool does it again. However, in the past, he's won by... The white flag, one more lap to complete the longest stock car race in the world, and it's now or never for Richard Petty. He has that Dodge wound out all the way. Entering turn 3, he begins to set Pearson up for the slingshot, but can he pull it off? Onto the tri-oval, both cars are flat out. Petty can't make it, and David Pearson flies under the checkered flag, winner of the 15th World Series.
The start-finish line, and Pearson backs off for Petty. Something wrong with Pearson. Petty takes the lead. I think Pearson backed off of it.
It looks almost as he ran out of petrol or something. I've never seen anything like this happen before. It could be very bad luck for him, but my goodness, what an advantage. Richard Petty. The crowd are absolutely on their feet and yelling. Richard Petty's got an enormous advantage. 300 or 400 yards, it looks like, on that back straightaway down there at almost 200 miles an hour. And there is David Pearson falling back on this very last lap of this fantastic race, but he seems to be closing up, Keith.
To have stopped so suddenly, to have suddenly slowed up like that, makes me think, though, Jackie, he backed off on purpose because obviously he's still got horsepower, and he's now closed it right in behind Richard Petty as they turn and come for home. Can Pearson slingshot him as he comes down low? Petty may run him into the fence, and it's going to be Pearson winning it. An incredible, daring move, and it paid off for David Pearson.
Pearson went back to the front. Then in the closing lap, smoke began billowing out of his Mercury, and officials had the black flag out for the last 3 laps. Pearson backed off in the final lap and finished with a 5-second advantage on Petty, who became a $2 million driver with a $10,000 payday.
The drivers, white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Keep your eye on the rear vision mirror. He said it's extremely important. I don't believe that you have to tell Richard Petty to keep his eyes in the rear vision mirror.
I reckon he's throwing it out the window right now. I don't think he's even interested. But there they go, and they're coming.
Everybody is standing here at the Daytona International Speedway. Look at David Pearson. He has moved closer. Can he do it?
He's going to pull out now. He's going to try for the track.
I don't know. He's down on the inside. He's got the lead, but there's a car ahead of him. There is a slower car ahead of him. And Richard Petty and Pearson go high. Pearson now has the lead. Petty tries to go back down on the inside as they come out of the 4th turn. They only have about 750 yards to go. Oh! It's a straightaway. They did hit. Petty smashes into the wall. Will he come across the start-finish line? He's going to win the race. He's going to win it spinning, as he, I believe, will take the checkered flag. No, he did not make it. He is less than 100 yards from it. Here comes Pearson. Pearson is going to try to make it across the finish line. Petty has his car going. Pearson's going to win it. Oh, fashion triangle. He wins the race.
What a finish for a motorcycle. I've never seen anything like that.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, because here is Richard Petty, not one.
As he gets back into the high pass groove. Pearson's in good shape. He's got to keep his foot down just 30 more seconds. Off the 3rd turn, Petty's ready to try again on the last turn of the last lap. Door handle to door handle. And Petty's got him. Richard Petty takes 2nd place. And there's the checker for Dave Pearson, the winner. And the checker for Richard Petty. 2 7/10 of a second behind.
White flag, that means 1 more lap. He's got 4 left turns to go after making more than 1,400 left turns this afternoon. Pearson heads up the backstretch with a lead of 3.3 seconds over Donnie Allison. The pit stop was the difference. Pearson's going to win. Even if his engine quit, he'd coast to the finish line. On the front stretch, the white flag waves for Buddy Baker in 3rd spot, and then the checker for David Pearson, his 2nd victory in a row in the Southern 500.
Over the Yarborough, because the white flag is out, and that in racing means 1 lap to go, and only one of this 400-mile race. They are the only 2 with a chance to win the race. We have Yarborough, car number 11, in the favored 2nd position, because probably going into turn 3, he will make his move, try to do that slingshot maneuver that we've been talking about. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3, that will be the point. It's coming up very, very soon. Should be right about here, Chris.
Right, and he's in Pearson's grip, but Pearson is moving to the right, and Cale starts down underneath him.
He backs off. Up instead of the car.
Slower car. How about that? And Cale's strategy was blocked. I wonder if he saw that car or not. But this is the break that Pearson needs. The pressure is off right now. But here comes Cale in the lancing try on the outside.
It's too late now. It's going to be David Pearson winning the Firecracker 400. Cale Yarborough second and coming just behind him with third and fourth place cars a lap down. Darrell Waltrip and Richard Petty and they finish also just
will be out as the cars come by. Here it is. 1 lap to go for Neil Bonnet and Benny Parsons. And look at Waltrip closing right in there.
And Bill, with that traffic up ahead of them, this is going to maybe make the race. Exactly what happens, because this group should be catching the group of slower cars right in front of them just about as they come around by the start-finish line.
All right, they peel down that backstretch.
Yeah, there they come into the traffic. This could be absolutely incredible here.
Neil Bonnet, though, is doing a good job of coming through the traffic. And right behind him is Benny Parsons down low. And there's a car that moves in between Bonnet and Parsons. And that's a great break for Bonnet and a bad break for Benny.
Yep, Benny's now tucking down, but he is running out of time. No question about it.
And Earnhardt, who is the third-place car, is going to be lapped now. And Bonnet gets the record. Neil Bonnet wins the Firecracker 400. Benny Parsons.
Pull this off. And this is the white flag with only 1 lap to go. He came out of that corner completely differently. Now, the position is for Cale Yarborough. He's in third position. It will remain to be seen what happens now.
And Buddy is showing the horsepower off, but the 21 car works down low. He was skipping that left front wheel, and Cale's trying for the inside. Bonnet's out front. The other two are in a position to slingshot as they head for the top tunnel turn. Bonnet's car, he's weaving back and forth. And Baker right in there.
And Baker's got his hand out the window there. He was waving. He was waving at Cale Yarborough. I think they almost touched there, but it looks like Baker is dropped back into third position now, and it looks really like Neil Bonnet's got himself sorted out. He's got a tremendous advantage. Suddenly, it could be that Buddy Baker's now going to pass Cale Yarborough. He does as they go into turn 3. Buddy Baker is getting into second position, but right now, unless something very strange happens, Neil Bonnet's going to win this motor race.
Well, he's been all over this racetrack today. It was a lap down. He came back. Look at him way down on the inside. He's got his hand on the fans. A huge crowd. Bonnet waves and he wins it for the number 21 team. Baker is second and Yarborough is third. Earnhardt gets
miles an hour. Harold Kinder extends the white flag. 80,000 people are on their feet. Down they go into turn number 1. Bonnet has the advantage. Yarborough presses down to the inside. Parsons ready to make his move. 4 cars. Who will it be at the finish line? Bonnet holds on to the lead. Bonnet moving down out of the draft to try and fool that draft, which he's... Earnhardt comes to the inside. It's knuckle to knuckle into turn number 3. Earnhardt in front. Bonnet coming back. Here comes Parsons from the inside. The last lap of the 12th annual Talladega 500. What a classic. $249,000 at stake. Here they come to line. Neil Bonnet of the Alabama gang is in front. Oh, no. Earnhardt pressing. He hits Cale Yarborough. They picked it up to the line. It will be Neil Bonnet. The Alabama gang pulls it off. The crowd ecstatic as a local boy.
There it is.
Now he's
around here now. And they come by this time. It'll be the white flag with 1 lap to go. There it is.
Now he's got to make up his mind. As Darrell Waltrip tried to get out of turn 2 real fast, draft him down the back stretch and get into turn 3 first of all. There's a reputation about Darlington is that there isn't room for 2 cars side by side going into turn 3 if you're really racing. He's not going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it.
Well, he's gotten some pretty good blocking action by Neil Bonnet as Bonnet closes him down as they come around turn 4. Everybody is standing in the home straightaway in the stands, cheering there, and the checkered flag goes for Bonnet. And Waltrip right behind.
Waltrip made his move, but was it a lap too soon?
The question is, did Bonnet let him go by or did Waltrip beat him into the corner? Bonnet may still have something up his sleeve.
Neil Bonnet into turn 1, retakes the lead. The Ford is back out in front. And Bonnet from Hueytown, Alabama, looks to win his 3rd race of the season. There's time, though, for 1 more exchange at the south end of the speedway. Waltrip did it a lap ago. He's got 1 more first shot. They left by John Anderson, a blur at the bottom of your screen at 160 miles an hour. Here comes Yarborough. Yarborough, bottom of the racetrack. He's got Waltrip, and that will let Bonnet slip away. It'll be Bonnet out of turn 4 all the way to the checkered flag. Waltrip is second by inches over Cale Yarborough.
If he can do it coming off a turn, going into a turn, he seems to be stronger right in the middle of the corner. And with 1 lap to go, he's going to have to do it. He's going to take a look on the inside.
White flag. He's got to do it now. Less than a lap to go of the 400 that they started this long, grueling crusade. Here goes Elliott trying the outside line down the backstretch. Nothing there. Tucks in behind Neil Bonnet. 3 and 4 will decide the issue. $450,000 on the line. Elliott looks to the inside, slips up on the outside. He'll try the long way around. They're off turn 4. They're coming to the checkered flag, and Neil Bonnet will win the World 600. Wow, Dickie, hell.
And it is Buddy Baker moving up fast on Labonte. Labonte is dropping way back. Sam, that can only mean one thing. He must be out of fuel. Look how far back he's gone.
Oh, yeah, Terry just slowed. Absolutely. Look, another car passing him there. Well, I tell you, you can't call this bad luck exactly. It's something that he and his crew chief, Dale Inman, are really going to talk about for a long time.
Well, we thought he could be the major factor. It turns out the fuel is.
Incredible, so that's what it cost him. That flat-out running that brought him into the lead probably made the difference between his being able to finish and not finish. That is incredible, but of course it catapults Buddy Baker into an absolutely clear lead. Bill, he's unthreatened by anyone at this point.
So Buddy Baker, who has yet to win the Firecracker 400, looks like he is going to come in if he can keep it together.
And this would be there. There
it is. Checkered flag for Buddy Baker. And there's a big puff of smoke.
As a singer in public, and now apparently as he takes the white flag, Kyle Petty may be winning his first real speedway race, and for many, he's legitimately arrived now. In turn 2, it's Kyle Petty. He is on the back straightaway. This is the race for second. Morgan Shepherd has it over Lake Speed right now, but it's Kyle Petty who this crowd of over 160,000 is on their feet cheering for Kyle Petty in the middle of turn 3. Now he's in turn 4. If he can just get it home safely, he says. Kyle Petty now in the short chute on the front straightaway. Kyle Petty is going to win the Coca-Cola 600. What a day for Kyle Petty and the Wood Brothers team.
And the Wood again, it got him in trouble earlier. They both slide up the racetrack, and here they come for the white flag. 1 more lap to go, and Allison has a slight advantage on Jarrett as they hit for turn number 1.
But remember, Dale's been going well on the inside. Doesn't he have the right line, though, Bob?
Davey Allison keeps his car in the middle of the racetrack. Dale Jarrett's car is on the low side. Off the 18 degrees of banking, they go down on 5 degrees of banking, and Dale Jarrett wiggles a little bit as they come out of the second corner. They bump, they touch, they rub, going down the backstretch, side by side, wheel to wheel. Who is it going to be in the Champions Park Club 400? Jarrett has the slight advantage as they go into the third and fourth corners. Davey Allison battles back on the outside. It's going to be a photo finish. They touch coming down through the triangle at the line. Who wins it? I believe Jarrett. Oh, wow. He knows it. Oh, wow. Dale Jarrett won it, but it was a photo finish. He didn't win by more than 4 or 5 inches.
I tell you, fellows, when he wins his first one, I want him to do it that way, racing for it.
And he waves it over the signal board of the Wood Brothers and Morgan Shepherd. Last lap in his pit. Glenn and Eddie were the younger Wood Brothers.
Tell him, man, tell him go on. He is talking around the little everybody.
I think they got the Energizer Bunny in that car. It's still going. It's still going. 105 miles on 1 tank of fuel. He has the lead to coast home from here. In turn 4 to the front straightaway. The winner, one of the biggest cliffhangers we've had in a long time, Morgan Shepherd wins it for this time. Last lap.
Flag is out. Flag here, white flag. No traffic, no nothing.
Now the Wood Brothers.
Blue sky.
The Wood Brothers, who began when NASCAR began in 1949, but haven't won in so long. Gordon turns around, Tony Stewart, here they come to the flag. Sadler wins it, Andretti is second, and Gordon
after contact turns Tony Stewart around.
Second Sprint Cup start will lead them to a white flag with Bobby Labonte. Here comes Kurt Busch and Juan Montoya. Carl Edwards in fifth.
And we know Kurt Busch and Montoya is going to make a move. DW, when will they make it?
I don't think they're going to make it till turn 4. I mean, we keep hearing about I'm a setting duck when I'm leading this thing. So I guess that makes it 21, a setting duck right now. But we'll see here. That 22 knows how to win from that position. That's where he won the Bud Shootout from.
Edwards and Gilliland down to the inside, trying to...
Where did that 34 come from?
Trying to spoil the party.
Oh, my God. They spoiled the party for Kurt Busch and Montoya in here. They come through turn 4.
Gilliland, former pole sitter of the 500. Edwards has room underneath. Now he pushes Trevor Bayne.
It's over.
Trevor
Bayne is going to win the Daytona 500.
Unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne, 20 years old.
Are you kidding me? What? That was awesome. That was awesome, Trevor. You are the man, buddy. You are the man. Everybody coming inside, congratulating you here.
Get back to the throttle, gains onto the center, but Blaney does a nice job carrying that speed off the corner.
White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Boy, he let Blaney really drive into the corner. Nice job off of turn 1 for Ryan Blaney.
Gapped him a little bit. Got to get across this tunnel. If he gets across the tunnel, he's got it made.
The calm voice of spotter Josh Williams for Blaney.
Little loose.
There he comes. He's looking. He's looking.
Oh, Harvick had to get out of the throttle a little bit. Almost got in the wall.
400 miles. It's going to come down to 1 corner. That flat turn 3. And Blaney beats Harvick back to the gas. Harvick looks slow, and here they come. The winner at Pocono, Ryan Blaney for the Wood Brothers.
Wow.
What a race.
Wow.
I'm sorry you can't talk, Bob, but I'm so proud of you today. Love you.
That's going to be one popular victory.
Look at that team. Are they excited or what?